What's up? Tuesday, October 4th. This is the Bat X release show on Covers. I'm Josh Ingles. He's Derek Carty. Dell is behind the camera. Thanks for joining us every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. The season is winding down, Derek. Does that mean bettors should be a little more cautious heading into the final days, especially on pitcher props?
Yeah, like we've kind of been saying it all month where we don't know if usage is going to change, like what managers are thinking with certain guys. And that's even more true this week when like most teams, their fate is kind of sealed at this point. Like they don't have anything to play for. So I don't want to force it. We have one bet that I think looks really good today, but you know, a lot of guys I don't even see props out for. I think just because Vegas realizes there's so much uncertainty and we don't want to get burned just because all of a sudden they just decide we're only going to use a guy for 3 innings because it's the end of the year. And so that's just how it is right now.
Especially after turning things around in the middle of September. We were cold there for a bit, and then we got on absolute fire. 9-1 last week, 11-2 over the last 5 shows. Got everything back to where we were into, like you said, the high variance of September months. So, 4 straight winning months after April and May. So we found our groove and happy to be back on another heater as we head into the postseason. Release procedure for people new to the show. This is how we do things here. We will tell you the book that has the best price. We'll tell you also some secondary books that are also offering hopefully the same number. Give you some time, log on. Then we'll tell you what game we're looking at. Again, giving you some time, find the game in question. Then we'll tell you what prop market we're looking at. Give you some time to find it, and then we'll tell you everything, the player, the market, the over-under, and hopefully everybody can get the same number. Watch the lines move because that's what happens, and that's the influence Derek and his Bat X projections have on the prop market. So in saying that, just one release today. Mr. Carty, are we ready to go?
Let's do it.
Perfect. This one is moving, so we're getting it out. We are at PointsBet. This is also available at Caesars, CoolBet, and Bet365 for people with those accounts. This is a number that is straddling between the precipice of one number and the other, and we are getting it on here with a couple books left. Detroit at Seattle, game 1 of the doubleheader. The prop market we're looking for, pitcher strikeouts. Pitcher strikeouts, Tigers, Mariners, game 1 of the doubleheader. For release number 1, as producer Dell makes that bigger for my old eyes. Still there, great number. Release number 1, Eduardo Rodriguez, over 3.5 Ks, minus 150. Okay, next number I believe is 365, has minus 160. Caesars is around that price too. These numbers will be gone soon. Everybody else is going to the 4.5. What are projections here? And I know how much you love getting pitchers in the first game of a doubleheader.
Yep. The Bats projection here is just about 5.5. So we're getting 2 full strikeouts over this line. We're paying minus 150 for it, but it's, for 2 full strikeouts, that's great. So, like we kind of said, late in the year, we don't know which teams are going to let guys go deep. That hasn't been a problem with Erod. He's pitched into the 7th inning in 3 of his last 5 starts. He's completed at least 6 in 4 of the last 5. So, and the Tigers haven't had anything to play for in a long time. They need to get
their money's worth out of Erod, that's for sure.
Yeah, like there's no change in situation for them here. So this is a guy that I feel pretty confident, like we don't have to worry too much about his workload. It's a pretty low number, 3.5, for a guy who does have pretty good stuff. Hasn't been like a massive strikeout guy this year, but he does have pretty good stuff. It's a good matchup. And yeah, the Bats projecting 2 strikeouts over.
Yeah, let us know if you've seen it. We're seeing some movement. Michael Kiersey already said. Reed Phillips, 4.5.
Yeah, some books are 4.5 on this. If you're getting it 4.5 plus 125 plus 130, I think is around what I've seen. Like that's fine too. I prefer the 3.5 line, but there's still plenty of value with the 4.5, given that the projection's 5.5.
Yeah, this isn't even a great Seattle offense right now heading into the playoffs. Yes, J-Rod is back. They did lose Sam Haggerty yesterday. They struck out 11 times versus sub-Detroit pitching. And like you said, the market 4.5. Erod, 102 pitches in his last start, 5 Ks in his last one versus Seattle. So there's lots of arrows pointing up, especially like you said, in a market that's a little scary to dig into, especially laying juice on some of these outs or Ks. This one has a lot of outs, as we like to say, in this situation.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so that will do it here for a quick little Tuesday show. We'll be back tomorrow for Wednesday, and then are we back for the playoffs, Mr. Carty, on Friday?
I believe so. I mean, I want to see what the lines look like. I don't want to just throw out plays just because, but as long as there's stuff that has some value, I think we'll be doing some playoffs.
That's really interesting stuff because we know in the playoffs, leashes are shorter. If you go 2 walks, you might be done in the 3rd inning because piggyback options are obviously on the line. Plan B is already there. So we'll obviously see the market change. We'll obviously see the out market shrink a little and obviously the K markets because of that. So be very interesting to see what lines open up for Friday's wild card openers. But that will do it for us here on Tuesday. Thanks as always, Derek. It's been a great season. I've learned a ton from you. One play today, Eduardo Rodriguez, over 3.5 Ks, laying the juice at -150, already seeing it move. Michael Kersey said over 4.5 at +128. Derek said that's kind of 125, 130. Yeah.
Yeah, if you like that, that's totally fine.
Awesome. Thanks again for the chat. As always, it's been a great season. We're going off into the sunset. Units. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 11 a.m.